Gene coming to you with Reloading from the Hot Pot. Today, we got in another black box. And in today's black box, we have the new Canik Rifle. Come to find out, the dark side does have cookies. They got white chocolate chip macadamia nut cookies with this new offering from Canik. I think what it was is I just needed a reason to get my Canik Tp9Sfx tech mat out. I love this thing. Now, if you follow me or know me in any way, you know I am a huge Canik fanatic. I love Canik firearms. I have owned just about every Canik that they have put out there. I have sold off, bought, sold, trade, kept. My very first one I still have because that one's just a keeper. It's got sentimental value to me. But you've seen I got the White Signature series and the Mete. Well, now we have the Canik Rival. The Canik Rival comes in two different flavors. They come in a gray and gold, and then they come in the dark side. So, you know, if you follow Canik firearms at all or any reviews, you kind of already know what comes in the box. Canik does set you up very, very well. In the top section here, we do have the owner's manual as well as all the information that's included with the firearm. Got my little green thing hanging out there. You know, I always keep all that stuff when I buy a firearm. I don't know why, just do. But in here at the upside of the box, we've got two extra back straps, one being on the firearm, so that's 3 total. We got a bore brush, a patch wand, disassembly tool, punch, and a cool little gun that's got all the little bits into it, all the little screws and items necessary for working on it, with a bit driver on the end of it that is magnetic. In this side of the box, you do get the firearm, the holster, a mag well, some optics plates, magazine weighted base pads, and 2 18-round magazines. Since I've started dealing with Canik, they've always included a holster in all of their firearms. Some pretty shoddy, some not so bad, but Canik, I'm going to give it to you on the Rival series. This is worthy of a competition holster. I've heard some negative reviews about this, that, well, it'll do, blah, 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 blah. But this, in my opinion, nice basket weave retention adjustment, excellent fit, nice mounting system comes stock on it, and if you look at it, the holes on there, you can accommodate a Ben Stoker drop leg, you can do a blade tech on it, a Safari Land, or any other of the common attachments that you want to put this onto your race belt. But as it comes out of the box, I would go shoot carry optics, ESP, you know, whatever this gun fits into. I would step into it with this holster. The dark side does come with 5 optics plates. One optic plate being that it has a rear sight already mounted to it, which that's a very nice feature. I believe this one is the SCC footprint if you want to run the sight on the back of it. But then it does come with 4 other plates to mount whatever optic you would like to add on this. It does make it available to put every popular size optic on there, from RMR to a Venom print to a Viper print to whatever kind of print you'd like to put on your firearm. It does come with 2 aluminum magazine base pads for added weight for ease of drop of your magazine during speed reloading, during any kind of competitive or just fun range that you want to do. It does come with 2 18-round magazines that are Canik standard, made by Metgar. But Canik, if you're listening, check this out. If this is a competition gun ready to go out of the box, you need 3 magazines. 3. You've got 2 in here, and you've got another slot here, a foam that you can take out to put another magazine in there. So this is the public version. The influencer version came with an entire big case. But this is what you get as the consumer out of the box, out of the store. Let's take a look around this Canik SFX Rival. First, we're going to drop the magazine, show clear, open the chamber, show clear, nothing. The Canik SFX Rival is the Canik's newest offering in their race gun series. The first being the standard Canik Tp9Sfx, which was a great gun. I shot one for several years in 3-gun and absolutely loved it. It was a accurate, dependable, reliable firearm. Let's go over the features of the Canik, and we'll start here at the bottom. First, we have the flared magazine well that comes with the grip itself. Really nice addition. Love that. Great if you're going to be shooting carry optics or IDPA with this, because you cannot have a mag well onto it, you still have a nice flared mag well for this. The texture on the Canik is on the sides and on the front strap and on the back strap. It is quite smooth, so some traction grip or some silicone carbide will be added to this before I take this out to the range for any competitive use. But it is adequate for just range plinking, but it is also quite smooth. Now the front has been increased and the back has stayed the same as the previous Canik series. Now back here on the beaver tail, if you notice, that beaver tail has got a really nice larger cut on there. The original Caniks came out straight a little bit more and would actually cause some knuckle problems with some people. Well, Canik listened to them and they changed this, and this makes it very much more comfortable. It actually helps you get the bore axis just a little bit lower for faster follow-up shots. Let's take a trip around the rest of the frame. It's got a very nice undercut on the trigger guard, a very nice undercut for your support hand, and front serrations on the front if you want to hold the gun in that manner. Some do, some don't. Up front here, we have a 3-slot Picatinny rail for mounting your lights, lasers, chainsaws, pizza cutters, or whatever you would like to put on there. It does have a nice index spot for your thumb for when you are shooting. It's not a gas pedal, that's for sure, but it's just a nice reminder, where to put your thumb while you are firing a round. The slide stop release is ambidextrous, and they really thin this down from the very first Elite and subcompact models that they released into the Mété series, and now it has migrated onto the rifle. We'll go over the slide back to front. First, we have your striker indicator. That does not mean there's a round in the chamber, that just means that the striker is cocked. Then we have black serrated rear sights with a fiber optic red front sight, and it does come with other fiber optics, a green one and a white one, so if you can change that if you choose to. The rear sight is a fully adjustable target sight with windage and elevation and markings on it so you can make your adjustments correctly. The top of the slide is lightened as well as the sides. It's got really nice forward cocking serrations, nice rear serrations, as well as some contour on the front here. And I really dig that little mouthy looking dragony tip on these. I've got a couple firearms that have that now. I'm really liking the looks of that. The serrations on the slide are very usable, very usable. This is so easy to rack, so easy to rack, so easy. It is just crazy insane how easy that is to rack. Very nice, very well done, Canik. I was really hoping you would do something like this. Just look how nice those serrations are on this dark side rifle. Once you do mount an optic to it, you do lose your target sights. But that's okay because you're mounting your red dot onto it. But some people still like to use traditional sights, which is fine. I'm capable of shooting with traditional sights or a red dot. Just adapted to both. The trigger on this thing is amazing out of the box. I know it's a plastic trigger and it's got a big flat dingus in the middle of it, but we're going to show clear again. Nothing in the chamber. We're going to look at this trigger. Now, everybody knows Canik has great triggers out of the box. They're rated as one of the best triggers out of the box. But Canik has really stepped it up by putting a flat blade trigger into this. Now, after pulling this trigger and seeing how it feels, it's absolutely phenomenal. I had a Freedom Smith trigger in my Canik Tp9Sfx that I use for 3-gun, and that thing was just a bang button. As soon as the Dignus was depressed, any movement of the trigger would fire it. There was no take-up. So I think this is a much safer bet. Much safer bet. Look at this. We got just a small amount of take-up. Clean break. Very nice reset. Very fast, very short. Good job, Canik. Loving you more and more. So now we're going to get out my Wheeler trigger gauge, and we're going to see what kind of numbers we get out of this Canik trigger. I'm going to get that right in the middle of the dingus. Give it a pull, and we've got just over a 4-pound, or just under a 4.5-pound trigger on that one. We're going to rack that again, right in the middle of that dingus. There we've got just over a 4-pound trigger pull. We're going to do that one more time. Reset the gauge. And there we've got just about a 4.5-pound pull. So 4.5-pound pull, pretty consistent out of this Canik Tp9Sfx Rifle. Very impressive. Now the disassembly of the firearm for maintenance and cleaning is pretty standard. You drop the magazine, make sure it's clear, check the chamber, nothing in the chamber. You pull the trigger, pull slightly back, down, forward just a little bit, and the slide just pancakes off there. Isn't that cool? I really like that. Inside the slide, we have a flat wound captured recoil spring and stainless steel guide rod. And I'll tell you what, that thing is heavy. That is a lot heavier than the previous SFX that I've had. Take the barrel out, take a look around the barrel. We got really nice scallops in the barrel to match the slide. And we've got some fluting on the barrel itself. Now, I don't think this was done for any kind of weight savings or anything like that, because you really don't want to take weight off of the barrel. I think that was done purely for aesthetics. We've got a nice point there. There's no target crowning on the barrel, which is kind of odd to see, but these things are silly accurate. Polished feed ramp, standard locking system. That's it for the barrel. Inside the frame, we show good machining, as always with Canik. Safety plunger, striker. Just a nice, well-machined piece. You know, Canik does take the time to listen to their customer base and their competitive shooters. And they really step up on this. Very impressed. Nice, beefy out there. It's got light and slides. It's still got a lot of meat. Very impressed. Good job, Canik. I've noticed on the last 3 Caniks I have gotten, the newer ones, that all of the internals actually come polished. There is no doing the 25-cent trigger job on these. You are just going to have to shoot them and break them in and make them smoother. Just a nice internals, just to look at it. Pre-assembly of the firearm is just very basic. This is just for field stripping, cleaning, and general maintenance of the firearm, as posted out in the owner's manual itself. So we take that, we put it just ahead of the rear blocks, put it back together, check function, all good to go. Well, my overall thoughts on my benchtop review of the Canik Rifle. Next step forward, Canik. Next step forward. Just the ergonomics of it are great. The quality is great. You know, you would think this is going to be over $1,000 package to buy this firearm to go and do competitive shooting out of the box. The holster is fine. The trigger is fine. Lacking in an extra magazine, Canik. Listen to the customers. You got to put, if you're going to claim this to be an out of the box competition, we need 3 magazines. Not 2, 3. That's what's required in USPSA, IDPA, 3-gun action, IPSC, anything that you're shooting, you're going to need 3 plus magazines sometimes, you know, with extensions on them. So that might be just a good idea. Listen to the customer base and do that. Other than that, this Canik Rifle Dark Side thoroughly impresses me. I got this in yesterday and wanted to do this with you. So there will be a range review coming up after this video. Until I can get to the range, I got a busy weekend shooting an I shoot so many. Oh, I got a USPSA event and a 3-gun event this weekend. So you're definitely going to see some footage of that. Well, thank you very much for tuning in, my pupils. I greatly appreciate you. And I want to bring this up. If you're this far into the video, 93% of my viewers aren't subscribed to me. So if you like my content and you want to come back and keep watching it, just please hit the subscribe button. You don't have to watch every video I put out. You don't have to hit the bell, which I would appreciate if you do. But if you would, please subscribe to the channel. It does really help with the analytics. And, you know, I am monetized, so I do make a little bit back off of my efforts in putting my own money into my channel. But thank you very much. I greatly appreciate you. Please like and subscribe below. And always remember to keep blowing the smoke.